So as I'm gathering my focus and imagining my audience on YouTube, two of my recent listeners have been Christy and Ellen, and to each of you I say, welcome. This is and everyone else, of course, but this is a Michael Miller Pilates. No, it's a Michael Miller trademark. This trademark. It's a training video associated with this trademark. The Michael Miller trademark, as a matter of fact. And that's why it's a Michael Miller trademark training video out to you, because you're watching. And it's meant for Michael Miller Pilates licensed affiliates. So if you want the Michael Miller Pilates affiliation kind of thing, that's one kind of an arrangement you can have with the brand. If you want to be a licensed presenter, which is not as encompassing or expensive, but allows you promotional opportunities directly from the brand. And if not either of those economic alternatives, it's always been for anybody the Core New Core, I forgot to mention them. I published pictures of them, at least one aspect of them. They were all in camouflage gear. And as I say that, because they were all riflemen, snipers, it makes me think of exposure to martial arts among a very elite group of women who were just as deadly, maybe without the tool, and right up in person, but the Core New Core. And then anyone interested in surviving and thriving as a Pilates instructor or student. So first it's about surviving, and Pilates within the MMP point of view is about surviving. And then the thriving is being able to make income from sharing what you know. Okay? That's my task, is to help you make money, because if I can help you make money, I think I'll make money as well, even before there's any kind of direct relationship. So my question is, I only have one title today. So, Christy and Ellen, I have Jonathan on Facebook, listening just to hear it go by. I think he tunes it in, it's on his phone, and he's just hearing the Michael Miller presentation of an explanation of two theories. And by theories, I just mean explanations. And one theory is that indeed the body engages itself in oppositional rotation between axes. That's the definition of core new tension. And in so doing, seeks to ideally distribute the load of the body across, most uniformly across all the musculature. Uniform engagement. Okay? So, why am I talking about that? What do you think? My number one title today is, what do you think? And the expansion of that is, do you think Pilates has a message? Do you think Joe's method has a message in it? Is there a message in Joe's method? There, I like the way I said that. So that's the question. And is that message to you personal, and what you make of it personally? And is that true of everyone? Because it's an inexplicable that's producing something that makes it special. Is that too abstract? Is there a message? And if so, or if you were to say what the message is to you, what would that be? And when you go to pursue it for yourself, primarily, it's not about teaching others as much as your own pursuit of coordination of your capacities in your being, thinking, and observing. One point of view. If there's a message to Pilates, and what is it? What is it? See, what do you think? What do you think? If there is a message, do you think there is a message? That's the first question. And if there is a message, or even if there isn't a message, and you were to make one up, what would it be to you? And then what is it based on, and looking at achieving an understanding of it that makes sense, not only sensationally, but intellectually. I guess, and that's where in my notes it comes to, complete coordination of body and spirit is not what Joe wrote. And so by including mind in MMP, that's thinking. I don't know what that means to you. Is there a message? Is there substance to the definition? Contrology is complete coordination of body, mind, and spirit. And the whole thing is really avoiding the essence of the message to suit one's own interpretation. And I guess, in a way, doesn't poetry do that? Because poetry lays it all out there and leaves nothing said, or whenever I go out trying to speculate or imagine what it's like out there in a world where Pilates matters, and not feel the inclination to want to share value to enable a person's endeavor to be a Pilates instructor. Because for me, that's the center of it all. And both as the student and as the instructor, and everything after that is derivative. So, message. What is his message to you? Joe's message, the number 2 thing in his book, Contrology Develops the Body Uniformly. Is where most of, at least the older Pilates culture, understands or holds a value in uniform engagement of the body. It's whole body. It's a whole body effort that you're making. All you can do is show people that are even willing to explore, and let them decide for themselves based on their own sensation. That's the great thing about Pilates, for me, is that it's not about me, it's about enhancing their ability to weigh their own sensation in order to end up with more control. From the MMP point of view, Joe's message is Joe's definition. And the MMP point of view of Joe's definition is that that's an experience, meaning it's a state of being in the body in the moment of the doing that we pursue and we accomplish to varying depths for varying durations. But it's within that coordination of our capacities that we pursue the ideal expression of the choreography. Because the choreography itself expresses the reality that we're in and the ideals that are present within that reality. At least that's how I would finish that sentence. What do you think? See, everyone, I think, comes to arms to defend what they don't want messed with or interpreted or altered in any way to be anything other than the way they want it to be. You like that one? But reality has this way of imposing on one's presumptions, projections. In terms of adding 2 and 2, make an offer to give a talk that you have already written out and ready to deliver if you need to, or when they say yes, that you have your talk written out so that you can just look at it and read it to the person that just paid you for it. And that takes the burden off of you of knowing what to say because it's already written out. And that leads into then a bigger time frame where you charge more for the people that were intrigued by what you had to say in the shorter time period, your talk. In delivering a talk and helping your listeners take home something of value, the takeaways from an MMP point of view are 2 sensations, which is the best part about it. Right there up front, the 2 things that Michael Miller has to offer you are theories about biomechanics, and you can feel those biomechanics in your own body. And this theory that Pilates is an experience, and that you can get to an understanding of the experience right out of Joe's book. So the takeaway of the 2 theories, and then the third takeaway is this focus on knowing how to make an offer, pick an amount of money, pick a time, set a deadline, and then pay it in advance. And just by making the offer, you're sharing what you find valuable to the person, even if they don't want more than having heard the offer go by. Life can't live forever. Read between the lines, see behind the curtain, connect the dots, evaluate points of view. Make an offer so that you can add 2 and 2, so that you can survive as a Pilates instructor. So be Christopher Columbus in what you ask for, and Aretha Franklin in the way you get paid. Direct your thinking and guide